Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Higma Learnia, the podcast that helps you learn simple English and useful life skills.
Hi, everyone. I'm Emma.
And I'm Jack. Today we have a very important topic.
Yes, today we are talking about communication skills.
Communication is something we use every single day. At home, at work, at school, with friends, everywhere.
That's true. But many people think communication only means talking. Is that correct, Jack?
No, not at all. Communication is much bigger than that. Today, we will explain what good communication really means and how you can improve it step by step.
By the end of this episode, you will know 7 simple skills that can change the way you talk, listen, and connect with people.
We will also answer some common questions and give you a real challenge to practice today.
So, if you want to speak more clearly, listen better, and feel more confident, stay with us.
Grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's begin.
Let's get started. Okay, Jack, let's start with the basics. What exactly is communication?
Great question. Communication is the way we share ideas, feelings, and information with other people.
So it's not just speaking.
Exactly, communication has many parts. Speaking the words we say. Listening how we understand others. Body language, our face, hands, and posture. Writing messages, emails, texts. Tone of voice, how we say something.
Wow, that's a lot more than I thought.
Yes, in fact, studies show that most communication is not about words. Body language and tone are very powerful too.
That makes sense. Sometimes someone says, "I'm fine," but their face shows something different.
Exactly, Emma. That is a perfect example. The words say one thing, but the body says another.
So today, we will talk about all these parts, not just speaking.
Correct. We will cover 7 simple skills: listening, speaking, body language, empathy, feedback, confidence, and handling difficult conversations.
Let's start with the first skill, listening. Okay, Jack, why is listening so important?
Because communication is a two-way street. If you only talk and never listen, it's not real communication.
True, I know people who only wait for their turn to speak. They don't really listen.
Yes, that's very common. This is called passive listening. But we want to practice active listening.
What is active listening?
Active listening means you fully focus on the person speaking. You don't think about your phone or your next sentence. You just listen.
How can we practice this?
Here are simple tips. Look at the person's eyes when they speak. Don't interrupt. Let them finish their sentence.
That's a great tip. It shows the person that you really understood them. Let's imagine a quick example. Your coworker says, "I'm really stressed about this project." A passive listener says, "Okay," and keeps working.
But an active listener stops, looks at them and says, "That sounds tough. What part is the most stressful?"
That small difference changes everything.
So, remember, everyone, good communication starts with good listening. Now, let's talk about speaking. Many people think good speakers use big, complicated words.
Is that true?
No! Actually, the best communicators use simple words. Clear and simple is always better than complicated.
That's very good news for English learners.
Yes, you don't need difficult vocabulary to sound smart. You need clarity.
So, what are some tips for speaking clearly?
Here we go. Tip 1. Use short sentences. Don't try to say too much in one sentence. Tip 2. Speak slowly. Many people speak too fast when they are nervous. Tip 3. Pause between ideas. This helps the listener understand better. Tip 4. Organize your thoughts before speaking.
I like tip 4. Sometimes I talk and I forget my main point.
That happens to everyone. Emma, A good trick is to think of 3 points before you speak. What happened, why it matters, and what you want. Also, practice makes progress. The more you speak, even to yourself in the mirror, the more confident you become.
Another good idea is recording yourself. Listen back and notice where you can be clearer.
Great tip. And don't worry about small mistakes. Native speakers make mistakes too.
Speaking clearly is a skill, and like any skill, it improves with practice. Let's talk about something people often forget: body language.
Yes, this is very important. Your body speaks even when your mouth is silent.
Can you give some examples?
Sure, here are common body language signals. Eye contact shows confidence and honesty. Crossed arms can show you are closed or defensive. Smiling shows friendliness and openness. Standing straight shows confidence.
So, if I want to look confident in an interview, I should sit straight, smile, and make eye contact.
Exactly. Your body should match your words.
That's so true. Actions really do speak louder than words.
And remember, body language works both ways. Watch other people's body language too. It tells you how they really feel.
Great point. If someone looks bored or uncomfortable, maybe it's time to change the topic or ask a question.
Exactly. Good communicators always read the room.
Let's move to another important skill: empathy.
Yes, empathy means understanding how another person feels.
Why is this important in communication?
Because people don't just want information, they want to feel understood. Exactly. That shows no empathy. A better response is, "I'm sorry to hear that. What happened?"
That small change makes a big difference.
Yes. Empathy builds trust. And trust is the foundation of good communication at work, at home, everywhere.
So the lesson here is, before responding, think about the other person's feelings first.
Perfectly said, Emma.
Now let's talk about another skill: confidence.
Yes. Even if you know all the tips we mentioned, without confidence, it's hard to use them.
Why do so many people feel nervous when they communicate?
Usually, it's fear. Fear of making mistakes, fear of being judged, or fear of forgetting words.
So, how can we build confidence?
Here are simple tips. Tip 1. Prepare before important conversations. Think about what you want to say. Tip 2. Accept that mistakes are normal. Nobody speaks perfectly all the time. Tip 3. Breathe slowly before speaking. This calms your nerves. Tip 4. Start with small conversations. Practice with friends or family first.
I think preparation really helps. When I know my topic, I feel much calmer.
Exactly. And remember, confidence grows with practice, not perfection.
So don't wait until you feel ready. Start speaking now, and confidence will follow.
Well said, Emma. Our final skill today is a big one: handling difficult conversations.
Yes, like disagreements, conflicts, or delivering bad news.
Exactly. Most people avoid these conversations because they feel uncomfortable, but avoiding them usually makes things worse.
So how can we handle difficult conversations well?
Here are some simple tips. Stay calm. Take a breath before you respond, especially if you feel angry or upset. Exactly. You statements often make people defensive. I statements explain your feelings without blaming. Focus on the problem, not the person. Talk about the situation, not someone's character. Listen to the other side, even if you disagree. Understanding doesn't mean agreeing.
Emma, and what if the conversation gets too emotional?
Good question. It's okay to pause. You can say, "Let's take a short break and continue this conversation later." This isn't avoiding the problem, it's giving both people time to think clearly.
That's really helpful. Many people think you must solve everything immediately, but that's not true.
Correct. Difficult conversations are not about winning, they're about understanding and finding a solution together.
Great advice, Jack. This skill takes practice, but it's one of the most valuable skills in life.
Okay, Emma, let's do a quick recap of everything we learned today.
Sure, first, active listening. Focus fully on the speaker.
Second, speak clearly and simply. Short sentences, slow speech, clear ideas.
Emma, third, body language. Make eye contact, smile, and stand confidently.
Fourth, empathy. Understand and acknowledge other people's feelings.
Fifth, feedback. Give it kindly and receive it calmly.
Sixth, confidence. Prepare, breathe, and practice often.
And seventh, handling difficult conversations. Stay calm, use I statements, and focus on the problem, not the person.
These 7 skills, if you practice them daily, will completely transform how you communicate. And remember, communication is a skill, not a talent. Anyone can improve with practice.
Before we finish, let's give our listeners a small challenge.
Great idea. Here's today's challenge. Have one real conversation today using active listening. No phone, full eye contact, and ask at least one follow-up question. Small steps like this build big skills over time. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Higma Learnia.
We hope these 7 skills help you feel more confident and clear in your daily conversations.
If you enjoyed this episode, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Bye, everyone, and keep learning!